Bionic Gloves presents the Hands-On Golf Podcast, bringing anatomy and hand function to the forefront of glove design to improve comfort, fit, and performance. Bionic is a division of Hilrich & Bradsby Company, makers of Louisville Slugger bats and ball gloves. Bionic gloves are the only gloves designed by a leading orthopedic hand surgeon, Dr. Jim Kleinert.
Welcome everyone to this very special feedback edition of the Bionic Glove Hands-On Golf Podcast. Now, a week ago I asked for your feedback. Would you like the Bionic Podcast on a weekly or bi-weekly basis? And you emailed me in droves. So I'm going to read a few of these emails. This one comes in from Victor, and he says, Chaz, are you kidding? You got to keep the podcast weekly. Don't you dare go changing it. This one comes in from Veronica. Chaz, I look forward to your weekly podcast and would be very disappointed if it was on a bi-weekly basis. And this one comes in from Francisco all the way down in Brazil, and he says he loves the podcast. He tells all of his friends about it as well. Thank you, Francisco. And this one comes in from Eric from the Netherlands, and he says, I found the content always interesting, and I found the formula rather weird, the product and the host, but in a very positive way. So I'm weird, and okay, and it's good though, because he said he wanted to keep it weekly as well. He just says he's grown accustomed to the formula, the product, the host, and I really would like it to stay a weekly podcast. So, very unique way of saying I like it, but hey, it's cool with me. And here's one come from Marvin from North Cleveland, Ohio. Please keep the podcast weekly. So, here this one comes in from Gavin. Love the podcast, watch it every week. Would love to keep it on a weekly basis. This gives me a weekly practice tip that I can learn before the next podcast. So please keep your emails coming. It's very important through the month of August that you just send us your thoughts on the podcast, and if you would like it to be a weekly or bi-weekly podcast. And also, one other thing is I ask people, if you're looking at buying a Bionic glove, is to go to the website, bionicgloves.com, and purchase a glove using the promo code GPOD, and that'll give you free shipping. So you know what that's going to help us to do. We've already sold some gloves last week since I last discussed this with you. If you're looking at getting a new glove and you're looking at getting a Bionic, please go to bionicgloves.com and purchase the glove, and you'll use GPOD and get free shipping. And that's going to basically show the people at Bionic how this podcast is connecting with you all in more ways, not only through your feedback, but also with your interest in purchasing the product. We're going to keep this for free and we're going to keep it going, but this is 1 year old, and we're just showing the foundation of truly what we can do together in this podcasting realm, in the golf world as well. So thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you in the next edition of the Bionic Gloves Hands-On Golf Podcast.